Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka. Give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Temple Owls. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Pittsburgh's offense will get the first possession of the game. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Reed. Quick step and go. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Dropping back, it's Holstein. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target to the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
As a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? 3rd down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback moving. He's got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
1st down here for the offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They'll ride the hot hand. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Wants to throw on second down. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Owls will hustle to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They want to just keep throwing it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
You're going to stay aggressive here. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. They're such big junkers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Back to throw, it's Douglas. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. All wideouts, no backs. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Guys, it's Temple with the lead here at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll try the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Looking to move it through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Reed. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they decided to get aggressive. That was just third and very manageable. Instead, they saw something, thought they could take a shot, but that's the risk reward. You don't come up with it. Now you got fourth down.
Get set.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Pitt! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with a pick.
They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Getting some heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Makes the grab on the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
What's the heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a first and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. When the quarterback runs it, he's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gassed them there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands. And when he's there, he can make people miss. And if he gets into the second level of your defense, that dude is gone.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to throw. It's Douglas. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Going up top on first down. Coming after it. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Temple lines up quickly. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Temple lining up to punt it away. On the return, it's Robinson. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Pitt now operating in the red zone. From the gun, running back on the move. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. 3rd down coming. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
It is True as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Caught over the middle. It's Clark. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Douglas. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Smith takes the handoff. Nice move there.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. A first down for the offense. Back to the ground game on the left. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. To the air on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback will audible. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Owls.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays.
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Zings it complete to the right. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Trying to get to him. Got some room headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Temple lines up quickly.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz, I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient, find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a man by himself. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Owls have this offense rolling. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Douglas. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Snags it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw him.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Owls! And guys, after failing to get to last time, they'll take the safe route. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Man, that is a huge missed opportunity for this offense. When big plays like that present themselves, you have got to hit them. Receiver did a great job.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, and you're just trying to make something happen, and the ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that